Okay, so for this Excel assignment, just open up Blackboard and go to your assignments and open up the one that says Excel, and you should get this type of thing. Okay? Tells you due date, stuff like that. Now for the instructions, what you're going to do, all of these things apply to this data set. You scroll down here until you see this college data for SY 2017. Click on that, and it's a spreadsheet that'll open up, and you should have Excel with your school stuff. Okay. Once that opens up, you're going to use that data set to answer these 4 questions. So on the first one, for the random sample, on your there's the YouTube video that shows you how to do it. So on your data set, out of the end, I don't know, label it random or whatever, just like they did in the first one, and you type in equals rand parentheses, and got to tell it, and that's going to give you a random number. Okay. Now you want to assign random numbers to all of these things. So if you double click on that little bottom corner, it'll assign random numbers to everything. Okay. Well, I didn't start at the top clearly. Okay. But anyway, you want to start at the top and do that. Then you can sort these, and he shows you how to do that, so that way they're from smallest to largest. And you're going to pick, once you sort those, pick the 100 smallest values, and that'll be a random sample. Okay. Now you want to put that in a new tab on your workbook. So to do that, down at the bottom you see the little plus sign. So if I wanted to copy this whole column, I could highlight it, and I always use Control C to copy it. You can open up this new tab on the bottom, and it'll relabel it like sheet 1, and then hit Control V, and it'll paste all of those values. Okay? And then you can go back and forth in between. Now when you do this, because you're sorting things and stuff, when you copy and paste, actually I would copy and paste your entire sample. So go down to the first till you get the first 100 people. Okay? Now just keep in mind, there's row 1 are all the labels. So for the first 100, you'd have to go down to 101. Copy that. Let me delete this. And in the top corner, you can click paste. Copy. Paste, and that'll have your 100 sample to do everything with. Now on that tab is where you'll do all the rest of this stuff. Okay. So once you do that, then you're going to do a categorical analysis. You're just going to do a frequency of public and private and create a bar graph. One warning on that: when you do the frequency, you're going to type in count equals count if. Then you have to tell it what the range is, okay, of cells you want to look for. So that's starting off the public and private. In this case, is in column F. Okay, and since I only have numbers from F8, I'm going to go from F8 and then put the little colon F101, and then put a comma, and we want to count all the public. So in quotes, you need to type in public. Hit enter, and that's going to give you how many public funding institutions there are, and you do the same thing for private. Okay. Then just follow the instructions given down here about making a bar graph. Okay. So you need to do the frequency stuff to make the bar graph. And then for 3, you're going to do the mean, standard deviation. Same thing, here's the little functions that you use for average, standard deviation, median, min, max. And anywhere that you have the 3 dots, you're going to type in or highlight, I find it just as easy to type, the range of cells that data is in. Okay? So the cost per year, if I wanted the average, oops, I'm accidentally copying something here, so I messed that up. But if I wanted the average, equals average, open parentheses, we'll go from F2 to F101, close parentheses. What did I do there? Wait a minute. Oh, F. Why did I? This is in E, not F. So that's in E. to E101. And then that's the average cost per year. You do the same thing, list the functions out here for the sample standard deviation, the median, the min-max. So then you'll use that information to calculate your 5-number summary. And then the last is use the results that you do to write a brief analysis and make sure that you have, these two things. Make sure that you have the bar graph in your write-up. Okay. Brief interpretation of what you see, what that bar graph means to you, stuff like that. Okay. And then do the same thing for all the quantitative stuff. Make sure that you have the argument as to whether one should be used the mean or the median for this set of data. Okay. And hopefully this helps a little bit. If you need more specifics, let me know.